Why would or why should any man get married in today's society? What are the benefits of marriage for men in today's society? Are there even any more benefits? Do you actually want answers for these questions? Then I want you to consider subscribing to this channel and like the video. I'm starting a new series. I've chosen to call it the Red Pill Marriage series. This is actually the opening remarks, season 1, episode 0. So here's what I plan to do. The first 10 episodes, that's episode 1 to 10, I'm going to list 10 benefits for marriage for men that only marriage provides. Okay? After that, I want to dismiss some of the myth surrounding marriage. But even before I get to that, each episode I'll present one benefit. So for instance, just to give you a clue, episode 1, I'm going to present the first thing. Married men have more sex than single men. Talk about something that's you haven't expected, you don't expect. Okay? And episode 10, my last episode where I talk about the benefits of marriage for men, I am going to save my strongest argument for last. And then I'll expound on this Red Pill Marriage series for 10 more videos. Unless, of course, there are some requests coming in. While I'm doing this series, I want to welcome all the doubters. I want to welcome all the people who will support, or all the people who will challenge. In fact, I welcome all the smokes as a brand new channel. You know what I mean? I just think I want to do my part. Not to persuade. I'm not naive enough to think I can persuade somebody to get married. That is not my job or my objective, to convince or persuade you. The chief purpose of me doing this is to inform. I want to inform you that there are some massive benefits of marriage, even in today's society, where people think, you know what, things are going against men. Okay? So one of the things I will do too, I know that my perspective might be different from the popular perspective at the moment. And I'll use the word perspective very often. And I just want to share a little analogy with you. It's not an analogy, it's a story actually. It's a fable. I'm not sure if you ever heard the story of the 6 blind men and the elephant. Okay? Right. Most of you might have heard that story when you were children. So there are 6 blind men, and they were describing what the elephant is like. And the first blind man, he had his hand up against the elephant's side, and he was pushing against it, and he says, the elephant is very like a wall. And this puzzled the other blind man who was holding the tail, and he says, you lie. The elephant is not like a wall. The elephant is very like a rope. And that's his perspective. And there's still another blind man who was holding the elephant's foot. And while he was holding the elephant's foot, he was saying, I'm not sure you guys got to your conclusion, but the elephant is very like a tree. And there's still another one who held the tusk, and he says the elephant is like a horn. And all 6 of them are different perspectives. I share this fable because where you're standing or where you're sitting will influence how you see things, how you present things, how you see the world. It will shape your worldview and your philosophy as a person. Right? I always saw marriage as something positive. No, I'm not saying marriage doesn't have any flaws or anything can go wrong. In fact, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying that there are huge benefits, but there is rich risks as well. Everything that you take on as a challenge has some risk. In fact, it's very important that I lay the foundation that when I speak of marriage, I speak of marriage as a business. That is key. My very wife doesn't like when I say marriage is a business. It sounds very pragmatic as opposed to sounding romantic. Marriage is not for fools. Even if I could convince somebody that marriage is good for them, it doesn't mean that you'll get married. It doesn't mean that anybody will marry you. It doesn't matter, even if you're a man or a woman. We know that men are the gatekeepers of marriage and relationships, but that's only for some men. And that's the truth. And that's harsh. But if you're young, you have time. If you're older, you're middle age, you have time still. But the truth is, what a lot of people are not telling you is that it's later than you think. There's a YouTuber who I listen to and I subscribe to the channel, and he's 36 and he was saying, gosh, he has time because he can wait until he's 50. He has no idea what he's doing. Bruv, you got less time than you think. Okay? So marriage is a good thing, but you have to almost make it work for you. And that's partially what this is about. How can you red pill your marriage? So you might be curious, why did I use the term red pill? What is my understanding of the red pill? Okay? Now, I don't want to get deep into this, but as you all know, red pill came from the movie The Matrix. That movie is worth watching because of its philosophical implications. I keep saying that. Now, I see red pill from a deconstructive point of view. You can red pill any and everything. Inanimate objects as well as, abstract things. You know what I mean? So I'm saying you can red pill your house. You can red pill your car. You can red pill your way of thinking. You can red pill your girlfriend. You can red pill your brethren. You can red pill your mates, your bruv, wherever you're from, whatever you call it. So, look, I'm saying it's important as men to take a leading role in our home. And the best way to do that is marriage. Like I said, it's a business, so it's a risk. Is it a risk worth taking? Most definitely. Most of the arguments that I hear against marriage, they don't hold up for me, in my opinion, from my perspective. And I think my perspective is very interesting and is worth sharing. And I'm hoping that most of you will have the patience to listen. I expect lots of challengers. I expect a lot of people to rebuff and try to refute what I'm saying. I am prepared for that. I've done the research. I'm not lazy about it. My fingers are active. I go to the library. I've spent time on this thing. So I am prepared for all of that and I welcome it. Yeah, I'm definitely welcoming that idea of people challenging some of the views that I have and some of the things that I'm going to present. And I want to present it a lot of statistics so it can stimulate the, shall I say, the cognitive or the, what's the word I'm looking for? Not the affective part of your brain, not the emotional part of your brain, but more in a cerebral sense. So that is what my objective in terms of my presentation. It is important for me to also point out that during this series, I want to be in a position where I'm able to highlight, different folks who have done well in their marriage. I want to present good examples. In this channel also, I'm definitely pro-marriage. And I'm saying that marriage is good for men, women, children, and society. I'm saying I'm going to present the benefits first. Okay? Then I'm going to refute the arguments. That's in each episode I'll do that. And after the first 10 episodes, I'll look at some of the questions, some of the concerns, if I get questions and concerns. So if you watch this video, please feel confident and prepared to share your views in the comment section. That would really be appreciated. Closing, just to add that one of the things I've told myself that on this channel, I don't want to pander to men. I don't want to pander to women. I want to pander to the truth. You know what I mean? Let's pander to the truth. We don't hear enough of the truth. Now that might not be a good business strategy for me. You know what I mean? But I hope that it will open the eyes of some people. You might be 17, you might be 27, you might be 30. At some point, marriage is going to steer you in the face. At some point, you'll be at a crossroads where you have to assess yourself. You might be 27 and think, you know what, I know what it is. But at 27, it's very different than when you're 37 or 47. You know what I mean? So that's something we're going to talk about. Guys, again, like the video, feel comfortable subscribing, and peace.